Thank you for clicking play. If you are a new blogger or you have been blogging for a little while and you are trying to find out ways to get more traffic to your site, you are going to want to pay attention to this video. This video will basically go through a simple step, and I'm going to show you something at the end of the video that's going to help you to make sure that these steps are actually working, okay? So make sure you continue watching and please subscribe. All right, so right now I'm on my blog, urbanmommy.net. This is a WordPress blog, so I'm using WordPress. So if you're using WordPress, everything is going to pretty much look similar to this, okay? The first thing that you want to do is make sure you have a SEO plugin. I have the Yoast Seo plugin. You can use any one. I literally just picked this one. I don't know why, but I just picked this one. And it's pretty good. There's a free version and there's a paid version. The version I'm using is the free version. So basically what SEO is search engine optimization. So you don't want to have a blog and not utilize search engine optimization. I've been blogging for a while now, but with this one particular site, I've only been doing it for it's actually my first year, so I'm going into my second year, okay? But basically, when I first started, I was literally just posting stuff. I was kind of using it like a diary. I was posting stuff, but no one was ever seeing it. I was posting it. The articles are really good. I mean, you can go back on the site and see some of the earlier posts, but I was not sharing it. No one was ever seeing these articles, except for like my close friends and family. But what's the use of having a blog if no one is seeing it? So I started doing some research and trying to find out ways that we can increase traffic. And one of those ways, which is probably the simplest of them all, is the SEO, search engine optimization. Now, it seems like something that's kind of hard or something that you may need to know a little bit about computers for, but it's not really. This is something that you can understand. If I can understand it, I'm pretty sure you can. Okay, so basically, if you do a blog post and you put a category, you're usually also going to put a tag. So for this one, I hadn't done anything yet. All right, so let's do children, because this actually is about, are you ready to send your kids back to school? So we're going to do this for children, and we need to add some tags. So let's just say we say back to school as a tag. So what I originally thought is when I typed in back to school here, that it was going to do a tag for Google. So I thought if someone typed in back to school, Google would somehow find my article and send it to them. But I guess that's just me with my small mindset thinking that I'm the only person typing like this. Okay, so there's hundreds of thousands of people talking about back to school, and they're probably all using this. But the tag is really for your website, okay? So if someone came to my website, urbanmommy.net, and they typed in back to school, it would bring them to this article. Not necessarily if someone goes to Google and types in that. That's not what it's for. These tags on the side is actually for your blog. That's so people can find your posts easier. But in the same way that we do tags, we also need to do keywords. And we need to make sure that those keywords are attached to our article so that when people do go to the search engine, they will see our article. And for some reason, I don't have anything together on this post, but that's good, so we can start from the beginning. So let's pretend that we just did this article. The first thing that I do notice is that my permalink is really, really long. I want to fix that, and I'm going to we're going to shorten this up. All right. Because if someone did want to just type it in, we don't want them to have to go through all that. So let's just put back to school. So now my post is urbanmommy.net back to school. Okay, the category is now children, and I have some tags. Let's add a featured image because all of this is going to be important. So my media library, don't laugh at my pictures, y'all. I have a lot of different articles. So I have this one right there. So let's do that. Are you ready to go back to school? So now it has a featured image. All right. What you also want to pay attention to is, remember what I said, the SEO. If you scroll all the way down, you'll see this pop up. So this is at the bottom. So you can look at the readability. If the readability was not good, you will see either like a gray dot, or you will see like a red, it will be like a red face or orange face. It'll tell you. But right now my readability is good according to their parameters. They have it as it's really good. All right. So for social, I don't have anything on social. You want to make sure you fill out anything that you can fill out, because you want to make sure that everyone that can see this sees this. So this is basically how you do things without paying for ads and stuff. All right. So we put in a Facebook image, and I'm going to have the title, "Are you ready to send your kids back to school?" All right. Same thing. Kids back to school. Let's make it even better. During COVID. All right. So it's going to be the same thing during Twitter. All right. So let's do the Twitter image. It's going to be the same thing. All right. All right. So remember, we want to optimize everything. So we're going to type in all of these boxes. All right. So now let's go to the SEO. So let's focus on the key phrase. The key phrase on here is going to be sending kids to school during COVID. Let's do that. Sending kids, let's say back to school. Back to school during COVID. So now that's going to be the key phrase. So when I do the key phrase, I also want to make sure that I mention that somewhere in my article, because when someone types in sending kids back to school during COVID, I want my blog post to be recommended by Google. Of course, it probably won't be first or second or third or fourth, but I wanted to at least be on that list. Because remember, with none of this, you aren't going to be on there at all. All right, or you're probably going to be on page 700,000 and no one will ever see you. But the way to get on to the top is to do stuff like this. This is only one. Of course, there's more, but we're going to go over that later. All right, and also, so when someone, let's just pretend that someone did type this in and my article did pop up. If my article popped up, this is what they're going to see, which is nothing. I don't have a description yet. You want to have a meta description because you want to make sure that someone sees this, and you want to make this something important, not something important, but something catchy, so that it'll make them want to click. If you have to use clickbait, go ahead and use clickbait, but you want them to say, oh wait, are you ready to send your kids back to school? Oh, this article, blah 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 blah. You want to click it here. So I need to put a description. Once I put a description, I want to make sure I click update. All right, so let me just put something right quick. I obviously can't type, y'all. Give me a minute. Back to school time is around the corner. Are you ready to send your kids back to school during COVID? All right. And you notice I'm saying the same thing in my key phrase as I'm saying in my meta description. So when someone types this in, and if my article does pop up, they'll see my picture, they'll see my icon, they'll see my email address, and back to school, and then they'll see this description. That may make someone click on it. So you definitely want that to be there. All right, so my SEO is okay. It's not good, but it could be better. I'm sure if I got the premium version, they would tell me how to make it better. But for now, I'm going to leave it like this, because at first it was red. So now that it's orange, I feel a little happier. Okay, so let's update this. Remember to update it, because if we don't do that, none of this is gonna even be taking effect. All right, and the last thing that I kind of want to show you in this video, and I'm going to do a video to go into further detail about it, but I want to show you a way to find out exactly how your website is doing. I literally just set this up, so everything may not necessarily be there. Of course it isn't, but what you want to do is you want to go into the search bar and type in Google Search Console. What Google Search Console does is it's going to give you the best overview there is about your website. So once you finish going and fixing all your posts and make sure you're using SEO, you're going to start seeing those words. You're going to start seeing your performance. You're going to see what people are typing in and if they come to your page. There's if they're, you know, picking your page. Remember when I told you it's going to pop up and it may be a choice for them to pick. So if you use good descriptions, they may click on it. So that's what they're going to show here. They're going to show you performance. They're going to show you coverage. Everything that you want to know will be here. So remember, go to Google Search Console and create an account. I am going to show you how to create an account if you don't know how in the next video. But for right now, what I want you to focus on is going to your website and fixing all of the things that we spoke about. Okay, so this is actually another article that I did. So this is 4 things to know before you start your business. I did not work on the SEO yet, but I am going to. So go through your entire website and fix all of these things. Fix these things so that when someone is looking, they will find you. All right. Things to know before starting a business. All right, so we want to have something. I don't care if it's good or not. I don't care if it gets a green or orange. I just want to make sure that something is there, because having nothing there means I won't have a chance to be seen, but having something there means that I at least have a slight chance to be seen. All right, so for the most part, that is it. That's all I'm going to talk about in this video. Please subscribe. Consider watching some more of my videos. Right now it's kind of all over the place, but that's because I am a single parent of the kids and I'm kind of doing everything with them, and one of the things I'm doing is running a blog, so I'm learning everything as I go, and so far it's been very successful. So remember to subscribe, like the video, and please go fix your SEO optimization, guys. Y'all gotta fix those words. We want more people to come to these blogs, and this is the way to do it. Y'all have a good one.